We present to you a 3-time Super Bowl champion, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, a College Football Hall of Famer. He holds basically every receiving record ever created. It's the legendary Jerry Rice.
Hey! All right.
Welcome.
How's everybody doing? You guys doing all right?
We're all doing great. Is this your first ticket stock?
Yeah, this is my first one. So I'm like a rookie here, guys, so be nice to me, okay?
Yeah, we've been to 24 of them.
Well, we're proud to have you here. We're thrilled that you're joining us, and it's a big thrill for all of us. We got a ton of questions for you, but since you caught more passes than anybody in the history of the game, my first question for you, because it's such a hot topic these days, what do you think is a catch?
What is a catch and what's not a catch? That's a difficult one, guys, to be honest with you. But, I think they're going to have to go back and change the rule. Because the touchdown that Philadelphia made, the tight end, he had established himself as a runner. So once you catch the ball, you establish yourself as a runner. And if you're close to the goal line, you can just reach out in desperation and try to score the touchdown. And if you fumble the ball, they're going to go back, they're going to review it, but, it's a sport. Now, on the other hand, if you catch the football and you don't establish yourself as a runner, and you fumble the ball, then it's not going to be a reception. Did that clarify anything for you?
No. Okay. All right.
No. Don't you think they're going to go back in time, and what used to be a catch is going to be that going forward? In other words, I heard, and maybe you were a part of this, but I heard a group of Hall of Fame receivers saying people want to see catches. They don't want to see reviews and things overruled that are close.
Instant replay.
Yeah, if it's close, let it stand.
Yeah, I think instant replay slows down the game, and if you have that momentum, you want to keep, just running plays and try to destroy that opposing team. So I think they're going to have to go back to the old rule. And as long as you come down with the ball secure, it's going to be a catch.
We were talking earlier about some of the athletes today being really friendly, and you just don't have teams that just hate each other right now. So
don't even go there. Yeah, because you know what? Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco 49ers, we did not like each other.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
You can't play football. You can't play football and be friendly, because even with Deion Sanders, when we were playing the Atlanta Falcons, right before the game, right before the snap of the ball, Deion trying to reach out and shake my hand. I'm like, okay, I don't want to shake hands with you right now. We get ready to do battle here. So I kept slapping his hand away. But it's like one of those things. I don't know how guys are so friendly before the football game.
Do you think there was just a head game? He was trying to just get in your head, and so that maybe you might not go out of his heart or something?
He can't get in my head. I'm Jerry Rice. What are you talking about? He can't get in my head.
Deion Sanders. He thinks he can get in the head.
There it is.
There it is right there.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, you know what? No, to be honest, guys, defensive backs, and I talk about this all the time. Defensive backs are the most athletic, talented football players on the football field. They have to backpedal, they have to react, they have to do all those things. But I had great battles with Deion Sanders, Darryl Green, so many other guys. And
who was the best? Out of all the guys you went up against, who was the best?
Nobody could cover me.
I know nobody could cover me. Who came the closest?
You got to be like, okay, all receivers, we feel like we're open, no matter what. Now some of the guys, I would say Deion Sanders and Darryl Green, because those two guys, they were so fast. And I always, when I came to the line of scrimmage, I had a plan. Either double move, triple move, and try to get separation where the quarterback can deliver the football. Because when you got fast guys like that, if you just come to the line of scrimmage and you just run, they're just gonna run with you, because you can't outrun them.
What were your measurables coming out of high school?
I don't.
How tall were you? Remember, same height you are now, or were you shorter?
All I know, when I came out of high school, is I just had big hands, and everybody used to.
How big are those hands?
I mean, it was like.
Hey, look at there. See, I was the second best receiver in the NFL.
He's trying hard. He's trying to stretch his fingers and do all of that stuff.
But what I'm getting at is I'm still so confused. Clearly you are who you are, but back then you went to Mississippi Valley State.
I went to Mississippi Valley State, and I went there for a reason, because they threw the ball like 90% of the time. I could have gone to these other schools like, say Mississippi State, Jackson State University and stuff like that, but they ran the wishbone at that time.
Okay.
So it was not a place for a wide receiver. So I decided to go to Mississippi Valley, and I felt like I had a legitimate chance of getting drafted to the NFL if I worked my butt off, and I got the opportunity to play a game that I really love playing.
It feels like one of the craziest things ever, though, that you were the third wide receiver in your draft. And
Al Toon and Eddie Brown went before me.
Yeah.
And I was. This is how all of this unfolded, though, because I think Dallas, because I thought I was going to be a Dallas Cowboy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Dallas had that 17th pick.
That's right.
San Francisco traded with the New England Patriots to get down to that 16th spot, and they picked me. And when they picked me, I thought about Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, all these great players. Where would I fit in, being around Hall of Famers and stuff like that?
Didn't work.
And, when I first came in, I had I had some adversity. I was dropping footballs. They handed me this big playbook, so I had some adversity I had to fight through. But once I got the feel for the game, I just went out and just played it.
How long did that take for you to get adjusted?
It took me training camp and probably 2 games into the season. That when I became a starter. It was a Monday night game against the Los Angeles Rams. I think I had around 12 receptions, couple touchdowns, and after that, everything just took off.
So you and Joe pretty much had instant chemistry?
And I always joke around about this. I said, if he was a female, I would date him. We had such great chemistry.
Why would the male thing stop?
So wait, I just saw a stat that flashed up there as we're running highlights behind us.
There it is. That's the game he's just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it said that you and Steve Young, at the time, I don't know what year that would have been, but you had your 89th touchdown to the pass touchdown. Does that, and it said that was the most in NFL history. Do you have more? So you have more with Steve Young than you do. How many more? Do you know the difference?
No, I really don't. All I know is that I put both of those guys into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I enjoyed it.
Wow, are you probably the only receiver that has 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks?
Hey, listen to this though, guys, because when Steve Young took over, Steve was running the ball too much. He's running the ball because, I had 1,549 receptions for over 22,895 yards, 208 touchdowns. If Steve had just stood in the pocket and not, just running up my back, I probably could have doubled that.
I agree.
Maybe I could have had maybe 2,000 catches, over 40,000 yards.
God, Steve Young
400
sucks.
touchdowns. Yeah, Steve Young just...
He did you wrong.
Yeah, he hurt me big time,
So
What is going on?
So do you hate him?
Nah, he's cool.
So those championship games in succession with the Cowboys in the mid-90s that you guys had, 3 out of 4 years, when you guys were preparing for those games, we talked to the Cowboy side a bunch. How confident were you? Because it just seems like that was such a dead push no matter what.
Now, guys, when you play this game, because you're only going to get one opportunity, and you can't take a team for granted. We knew that the Dallas Cowboys, what they would bring, and they were going to bring their best. Now it's how you prepare during the week, putting that preparation in, keeping everybody focused, not having people to, just talk to the media and say bad things, because you didn't want anything to give them any, ammunition or anything to put up on the billboard. So, but I knew the magnitude of the game. I remember the night before the game, I couldn't sleep because we put in the first 16 plays. So I knew the opportunities that I would have during that football game, and I just made sure I took advantage of that. and just keep that momentum going. And it was just great football. You know, it was like Boston, Lakers, Chicago, Detroit, and it's something that you live for, and you always want to go up against the best, and it was a great rivalry.
But they're the young whippersnappers that first championship game. You guys were the heavy favorites in that game going in. Was it a little like, you know, they're coming into your home? No. Hey, we have this. Nothing like that.
Once you get into that championship game, guys, it's like the season starts over. It starts over, and you can't rely on anything that you have done throughout the season. You have to focus on that one game, paying attention to detail, you know, making everybody better around you. And I think we did a great job of that. We had great coaching. We had great leaders on the football field, and I think that's the reason why we were around for such a long time.
Why do you think the position has evolved in a way where there's so many, and the title is Divas, and I'm saying you were never like that.
No. You look at all the end zone celebrations now. I mean, you have people, they have to plan this all week long. You know, they have to practice. They have to do all of those things, and I think that's taken away from the quality of football. But, you know, I think
Out there.
being
Very polite agreement.
I mean, guys, you having line dancing and everything now. It's just crazy. It's a free for all.
So you wouldn't, like, let's say that Joe Montana was like, hey man, if it was legal and you could do that, and you wanted to put together like a bowling act or something like that, you wouldn't have done it? Or would Joe have not been the type of guy that would have done that?
Look, I'm a team player now, okay? You know, I'm a team player. But I remember when I first started in, I was trying to find something. I was trying to find an identity, something that would click for me. And I tried to do this one dance. I think it was the Cabbage Patch.
Yeah.
I went back and I looked at myself on film, and I looked so stupid. That was it. I said, never again. All I'm gonna do is.
Can you show us a little bit of that Cabbage Patch now? Let's see.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna do it. Look at this. Here he goes.
All right, another ticket stock first.
So you've improved a lot over the years. That's great.
But then, and guys, then I went to and I did Dancing with the Stars. Oh my God! I took my dancing to a whole different level.
Did you Cabbage Patch on there?
Oh man, hey, look, I brought it on Dancing with the Stars because, first of all, I had to put my ego aside because my first dance was the cha-cha, and the shoe had a heel on it. I'm this macho football player now, and I have to wear a shoe with a heel. But I went on the show, and it was a great experience. I was able to reach a whole different demographic of people. When I go through airports now, I don't know if moms know me from football or if they know me from Dancing with the Stars. So if they shimmy at me, I just shimmy back at them. So we have a great relationship.
What place did you get, by the way?
Second. I think you got second, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I got second. I don't like coming in second. That's okay, if you're trying to go there. But I gave it my all. And so I had Emmitt Smith to call me up because he was going to do it the next year. And I told Emmitt everything to do. I told him, he didn't give me no credit at all. I told him to look at Carrie Ann, wink at Carrie Ann. Bruno, all you got to do is just shake your
Well, that's solid advice.
If you can shake your hiney and stuff like that, you all good with it. Lynn, on the other hand, you really got to be really focused with Lynn.
Who beat you? Who beat you on Dance with the Stars? Or do you still have like their picture on your wall and you throw darts at it every day or something like that?
I got beat by Drew Lachey.
Oh,
Drew Lachey?
Drew Lachey.
Drew Lachey.
Drew Lachey,
right?
Nick Lachey's brother.
not even beaten by Nick Lachey,
No.
by Drew.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I mean, that was just a horrible thing.
At least you think you'd be by Joe Lachey.
Hey, look, I don't like losing. I don't like losing, but hey, look, everybody knows Drew Lachey. He was part of a band. He knew how to listen to music. He knew how to dance and do all that stuff. I knew nothing about ballroom dancing. So look, even though that trophy was an ugly trophy, I wanted to win that ugly trophy. So somewhere down the road, Drew and we're gonna have to have a dance off for that trophy. It's going down.
If you hit that cabbage patch like you just did on stage, that's the top.
But when I did Dancing with the Stars, guys, let me show you guys a little move here, okay?
All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Jacket's off. Jacket off. Jacket off. Jacket off.
Okay, Corby.
we get it.
So, go ahead and play by play this, Mike.
All right, move it up to the front of the stage.
Talking to the audience.
Part of the audience that we can hear.
You got the handheld. People moving in quick time over there. Okay. Here we go.
That's us.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
So my partner, she always wanted to incorporate like some football moves and all that. So we had this one move and it was just like this. You know, just working on the feet and stuff like that. But now you make it look bigger and you slow it down.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. Once you do that, you bring the audience in.
Yeah.
And the audience, the majority of the audience are ladies, right?
Except for Tony.
Hell yeah.
So on the show, I had Kenny Mayne, I had Master P, and there's a lot of little young kids in here, so I can't really give you guys all the details. But Master P and the professional dancers, excluding Master P, because he said this is something he would never do. They wear the tight pants.
That's right, Jerry.
So Master P and I said, no, we're not gonna wear tight pants because we macho, we all of that. So we didn't wear the tight pants, but I think we were able to go, and a lot of you grown-ups know where I'm going with this, right?
It's like a class.
Yeah, but I have to keep this nice and clean because we have a lot of young kids in here.
Their parents don't care.
But seriously, a dance probably lasted like maybe a minute, 30 seconds. It felt like an eternity for me. When I first started doing the show, I was working 4 hours in the morning. When I got to the semifinals, I was working 4 in the mornings, 4 in the evenings, trying to win that trophy, and I gave it everything I had. But yeah, it's all about making the picture look bigger, and that's it.
All right. Yes. Great. So all you guys, there'll be a test on this. Hopefully you took notes.
So, okay, all right, let's move on.
But you're wearing tight pants today, which is nice.
No, I'm not wearing tight pants.
Okay.
These are not tight pants.
Okay.
No.
Calm down. Just saying.
Leave him alone.
Hey, I'm sorry. You know what? Hey, look, I work for this, so hey, if I want to show it off, I can show it off.
That's what I say.
Hey, Jerry,
Now, did you get that ring from Dancing with the Stars? Where is this thing?
Now, this is my Pro Football Hall of Fame ring.
Dancing with the Stars ring.
No,
Drew Lachey.
No.
Yes.
And guys, I get asked all the time. They say, "Why don't you wear all your Super Bowl rings then wear your Pro Football?" I said, "I'm a very conservative guy. I can't wear that. That's way too much jewelry for me."
Yeah. And that one kind of, that signifies all that you accomplished.
Yeah, it's a very elite group of guys, and I got voted in. I went in even with Emmitt Smith because 2010, that was our year, and just something that's real special to me.
Are you happy with the way they did your bust? Because some people
No,
look
no.
like you're not. Does yours have hair?
I don't think it looks anything like me anyhow.
Did you do yours with hair or without hair? Because you had both runs.
I don't think I had hair then.
You didn't?
No, I did it without hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
can I ask you a golf question?
Yeah, go for it.
I've read a couple times that you were so into golf that you would get up pretty early to go on while you were a player.
5 o'clock.
So you would have practice at what, 9 or 10?
Okay, so I get up at 5. I'm at the driving range around about 6. Meeting starts at about 8 o'clock, so I get a chance to hit balls. I need to get a chance to work on my short game. Then I go to meetings. Then I practice all day. Then I come back after around about 5 o'clock and go back in and work on my game.
Okay.
What's your handicap? Or what was it when you were playing?
My handicap is golf.
All right.
No, I had gotten down to a +3.
Oh, wow.
Where were you? Like, where would you go play whenever you were actually playing football? What was your course of choice?
Always on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, that was our day off, and anywhere from Olympic Club, San Francisco Club. A lot of guys, a lot of players, they really enjoy golf. It's fun for them, so I think it gives us an opportunity where we can just get away from everything just for a second, because it's a stressful week. Then you get a chance to go out and play on that given Sunday or that Monday.
Are you worried about the CTE in your own life? Like, is there some kind of cloud that hangs over you about that?
You know what? The game doesn't change so much because I think the game is safer now. They might implement a new rule where I think players can't play contact football until like maybe that sophomore year or something.
That's in
like
California right now. That's on the bill in California.
That could happen too, but I think the game is still a physical game, and it's something that I really love doing. And when you got a concussion or whatever back in the day, they didn't have all the equipment that they have now. Because the second, they feel like you have gotten a concussion or something like that, they take the helmet away from you, they take you inside, and if you, don't pass the test, then you're out of the game.
You have an idea of how many that you had?
I got knocked out once. And I think I remember it was against the Buffalo Bills, and I did something that Bill Walsh, he had always told receivers this. He said, the second you catch the football, get upfield. Don't dance, don't sugarfoot around or whatever, because you got to have that pursuit from that defensive line. They're coming at you, and I got caught from behind, and I remember them, giving me salt, the Epsom salt. Then they asked you what you had for breakfast. Do you remember what happened? I said, yeah, I remember what happened. Yes, of course. And then I was out of the football game.
Oh, you didn't go back in?
No, they didn't put me back in. No.
But that was the only time that you knew that you had a concussion.
Yeah. But, guys, I would not change anything. If I had the opportunity to go back and play football all over again, I would. And with the
knowing what you know now?
No. With the new rules that they have implemented now, it doesn't change the game. But still, there's you're taking a risk, and there's a chance. I think Vices is coming out with a new helmet that's and Russell Wilson, he's all on board with it. A lot of the other players are wearing the helmet too, and it's supposed to take a lot of that shock. But still, football is football.
And why wouldn't you want to go back and do it all over again when you had this guy's career? Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Jerry Rice. Thanks for being with us on Ticket Stock, Jerry.
My pleasure, guys.
P1s are going to get to do the meet and greet with Jerry coming up now, and our roundtables will continue here on stage next on the ticket.